Family. Right now, there are calls on social media for Black Americans to boycott certain businesses. We know what has occurred these past few weeks, and a lot of us are saying enough is enough. Now, some people are down and are participating, while others are saying it's not going to work. But watching this conversation made me think more in depth about something. And that is, I've mentioned it in other videos, the Montgomery Bus Boycott, which lasted for 381 days. Say it with me, 381 days, not 38 days, not 81 days, 381 days. And it made me wonder, are we still capable of making that type of sacrifice? Because that's what's going to take today. Now, before anybody gets upset, this video isn't really about one specific boycott because we have been under several these past few years. It's about something bigger. Only dealing with us. It's about commitment and discipline. And it's about whether convenience has become stronger than conviction. Very important. So when we talk about the civil rights movement, people often remember the protests, but sometimes we forget the sacrifice. It made me think of like the help. I don't know why, but it just made me think of the help. You know, when the ladies would catch the bus and sometimes they would have to get off the bus because there was a pew pew of someone and they had to run to feel safe. Just made me think of that. But anyway, it took sacrifice. People would walk to work, carpool, and people endured inconvenience every single day. And they did it for over a year. That took discipline. Now think about, they only working for maybe about $2 a week back then. Even before before the civil rights. But you know, working all day, labor. Not sitting behind a desk, but for the most part, labor. And still made the decision, yeah, I could catch the bus. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I could catch this bus. But said, I'm only one person. But if the next person is doing it and the next person is doing it, I have to stick with the plan, with the goal. So it wasn't social media. We know that wasn't even a thing. It wasn't trendy hashtags. It was commitment. They were committed. Now, we do today enjoy the luxury of convenience. This is a convenient-driven society. DoorDash, we got food delivery, packages that can arrive the same day. We don't have to go to the store. And most of us expect immediate access to whatever we want when we want it. So the question becomes, can a boycott succeed if people aren't willing to be inconvenienced? Family, I remember what happened to our sister on last year after we were boycotting the African braiding shops. And I remember that happened. Right now, I need my hair braided for the summer. You know, certain styles are good for winter and things like that, but I live in a very humidity dense place. So if I go outside in my natural and I got a big afro, 10, 15 minutes outside, it's going to draw up. The shrinkage is real. And I really want my hair braided. But I said, hey, either you find somebody in your community, in my community, to braid my hair, or I learn how to do it myself, because I got to stick with it. We're not even talking about that boycott. But the question is, can a boycott succeed if people aren't willing to be inconvenienced? It's going to take discipline. Yeah, this store is closer to my house. I could run in and run out, but you giving in. Yeah, that food is good. They give us a whole lot on that plate. But it's not a part of the goal, the strategy. One thing I find interesting is that many people assume social media automatically equals organization. But does it? Because posting and organizing aren't necessarily the same thing. Awareness is important. But awareness alone does not create results. It takes each and every one of us. Prime example, I have members in my family who I would say are 60 and above who really don't access social media. Really, they don't access social media. I have to send them videos. They know how to text message, but they have to access news that I bring them from what I send them. And I'm sure you probably have older aunties and uncles and grandparents and people in your family who don't use social media. But it is our job to make sure that they are aware of what's going on. Because let's keep it real. They are watching MSNBC, CNN, some watch Fox. They're watching mainstream media, and they're not connected to the grassroots. And that's what's important. And of course, everybody is not going to come along and ride on this fantastic voyage. But it's enough of us to make it happen. Some of the most effective movements in American history required structure, communication, leadership, and sacrifice. If a boycott were going on, or we already know that one is going on, but if it's going to work in 2026, I believe there's 4 things at least, but let's just focus on 4 things that us being successful would require. First is a clear goal. What are we looking to accomplish? Now, for me, just browsing through social media and listening to my people from a social media aspect, a lot of us are saying we need our own. We have $1.8 trillion in spending power. Why do we allow other people to come into our living spaces and make money off of us? So, we got to have a goal. What do we wish to accomplish? What is the result that we are looking for? That's number 1. Number 2, strong leadership. Everybody can't be chiefs. If we see something, we gotta each one teach one. We gotta take that and spread the word to somebody else. I don't care if it's somebody at your grocery store that you run into. I don't care if it's someone at the bus or the train station, wherever you are. Because I like speaking to people. I'm friendly. Might not be all that nice, but I'm kind. But I'm a friendly person. So if I see us, I say, "What's up? Hey sis, how you doing?" Or just start the conversation. So you need strong leadership. Everybody can do their part. Third is alternatives. Okay, so I'm not going to go over here and buy this plate. I'm not going to go and get this service done. I'm not going to go over here to this particular store. What are my other options? You have to find that in your local area. And shout out to Mahogany Culture and Travel, because that's what he did a day or so ago, is he just had businesses or different businesses from people within our community. So that's what you see on the backsplash today. But the 4th thing that we need are people that are willing to stay committed long after the internet moves on to another topic. I just got through telling you that I want my hair braided so bad. And I know, and let me just say this, it's not everybody, but see, we have to teach lessons so that these people, even if we favor these people and we care for these people, and some of these shops and stores have never done anything to us personally, have always showed us love. What we need for those people that we used to support and have always kind of been there for us, what we need them to do, because we've supplied them with our funds, with our money. So we're going to have to sit out until you can get with your group of people, with your people, and start discussing how these changes and these demands that we're demanding in terms of treatment and respect, how they're going to get accomplished. So it's important for us to stick with it. 381 days. 381 days. The bus boycott. And the results was worth every walk home and every alternative taken. So maybe the real question isn't whether boycotts still work, because they can and they're powerful. Maybe the real question is whether we're willing to sacrifice enough for them to work, because history has already shown us what's possible. The question is, would we do it today? It's going to take us talking in the streets, going into our neighborhoods, talking with our neighbors and those within our immediate communities. It's going to take that. So what do you think? Do you think that these boycotts can be as effective as those during the civil rights movement? Or has convenience become too powerful? Let me know respectfully in the comments. Very important issue. And may the Most High bless. I will see you in the next video. Spread the word.